Hello, Om Shanti, and welcome to the wonderful days of Diwali. As you know, the festivals of India come in a very specific order, and Diwali comes at the very end of the cycle of festivals. It comes a little while after Navratri, where we celebrate the power of the goddesses and the symbolism of spiritual powers. And after that comes the burning of Ravan, the destruction of everything that is negative. But then, after that, what comes is Diwali, the festival of lights. It's also called Deepavali and Deepmala, which means a rosary of lights, and this is all symbolic. The light represents the light of the soul, and Diwali is the celebration of a time, a historical time, where all the people in the world were enlightened, spiritually aware, in higher consciousness, in a state of harmony, peace, prosperity. Everyone had health. Everyone was in good relationship with each other. It was the celebration of an ideal world. And the world we live in now is very far from ideal. And yet, every year at this time, Diwali is celebrated. And I think most people have no idea what this celebration really is about. People enjoy, they put on new clothes, they give sweets to each other and other gifts. There is a lot of fireworks, displays, and beautiful experiences of people congratulating each other, even if someone had a bad relationship, but on Diwali, they will definitely meet and be very nice and cordial and pleasant to each other. And all of this has a symbolic meaning, and I'd like to go in a little bit to this symbolic meaning, because with the symbolic meaning, we can also understand how this is relevant for actually the whole world. So the new clothes that everybody wears, of course, this is just in India, but according to the whole world, when it is a time of enlightenment, then everyone is in a higher consciousness. A higher consciousness means new clothes. Your consciousness is your how you present yourself, how you speak, how you look at other people, how you are hospitable, how you receive them, how you give them love and care and attention. All of this is to do with higher consciousness. In a lower consciousness, people are selfish, they don't care about each other, they turn away from each other, but all that is going, that kind of civilization is falling away, and it's gradually getting replaced by actually a new civilization where people are in general in this beautiful self-aware state of inner harmony, inner beauty, where everyone is virtuous in their power. Everyone is really beautiful. And interestingly, the new civilization brings with itself all the best that we have in the current civilization, while discarding the things that we would consider the negative aspects of it. In Diwali, everyone makes amazing sweets, and a lot of those sweets are made with milk. In ancient times, wealth was usually represented by cattle, even now in some parts of the world. And so if you have cattle, there will be milk. That's a sign of prosperity. It's a sign of nourishment. And so sweets made with milk and sugar and all kinds of sweet spices is a sign, a symbolic representation of how people love each other, how they want to share their good feelings about each other through these sweets, and also visiting one another. Now we are in the time of COVID-19 lockdown, and people are not allowed to visit one another. So we have to visit each other using technology, and we find ways around it. So definitely we are inventive, and we will continue to share our good feelings with each other and see each other through video and send gifts to each other in subtle ways. And all of this is about a beautiful new civilization that is coming. How does a new civilization come? And definitely the sign of something new coming is that the old no longer holds together. And although many of us may find it very distressing to see the structures of the world we know gradually coming apart, and it is very stressful for people to have to be by themselves, to have to be staying at home, to not be able to meet people, and to hear so many of our loved ones are getting affected by the COVID-19 sickness, and even quite a few are leaving the body. But again, through the awareness of enlightenment, we know one thing, and that is that the body certainly gets destroyed, the material world will fall apart. Definitely there is deterioration and disintegration. But like after the winter comes the spring, there is new life, and after leaving the body, the soul takes new life and becomes part of the new world. What is needed for this? And here we refer to the symbolism of the rosary of lights of Diwali. The rosary of lights means that each one who is themselves enlightened, as they come into contact with another one, that one also becomes enlightened. What does it really mean to be enlightened? It means to be aware that I, the self, am a spiritual being, a being of light. I am eternal, I am immortal, I am beautiful, I am valuable. And when I'm in my state of fulfillment, decorated with virtues and powers, then the external world has to complement that. And so the way to create a Diwali like that is to do the work on the self. The first work on the self is to pull light into the self. It's not enough just to know that I am light, because the light is dim, and the light of the lamps of Diwali, they always need the oil to be renewed, And constantly the people have to take care that the oil is again and again replenished, that the wick is trimmed appropriately, and the light is able to shine on through the night. And while we are living in dark times, definitely whenever there are dark times, where do people's attention go? Definitely attention goes to the light. In the dark night there are the stars. And in many ways, the people who are enlightened, they are like stars of the earth. And so think about yourself in this Diwali, how much you are aware of yourself as a being of light, the source of the oil that gives power to that light to continue to burn is the Supreme Being. And so Diwali means that the souls have drawn power, have drawn light from the powerhouse, from the one light. And so in order to bring a real Diwali into this world, we need to take time to sit, to connect, to be still, to be introverted, introspective, and to let the world of the sense organs and sense perceptions be whatever it is. But when a soul turns within and connects in the world of light with the eternal flame, the being of light, the supreme light, then that power, that light is drawn into the soul, and the soul sparkles. It is not just only about taking light in order to shine, but light is also the light of knowledge, the light of wisdom, the light of understanding. What wisdom can we glean from this connection with the Supreme Flame? It is the wisdom that nothing stays the way it is forever. There is constant change. And now we have reached the time when things have become the most deteriorated, the most depleted, the darkest. But it is also the time of the rising of a new sun, the bringing of the light of deep understanding. What is the meaning of human life? What is the value of human life? So that each soul can be in harmony with each other soul. When you come in harmony with the Supreme Soul, and you draw that harmonious feeling into yourself, and you know who you are, and you are in your power, it's very easy to be in harmony with others. Even if another one is not in harmony with you, but your resonance, your energy, your harmony brings that one into harmony and brings that one back to their own original state. And this is the meaning of one light enlightening another light until it becomes a rosary. And the rosary is the symbol of community, the symbol of people who love one another and who interact in such a way that the community functions well. Diwali is also about an enlightened state where humanity and nature are in harmony with each other. At the moment, we see antagonism between humanity and nature, and this antagonism has created such disturbance, such distressing situations in terms of extreme weather, failed harvests, difficulty of too much heat, too much cold, the fires, the floods, the hurricanes, all these things which we are experiencing and witnessing on a daily basis. And people not understanding each other, having different ideas to such an extent that they're ready to kill each other because of difference of ideas. In the world of enlightened souls, there is a natural understanding of one another, a natural recognition of what is life, what is the meaning of relationship, what is the meaning of family, what is the meaning of community. And the relationship between people and nature comes into harmony. Why? It is the ultimate result of people being in relationship and harmony with that one flame that gives us light, that gives us power, that gives us wisdom, that fills us with all the virtues, all the beauty, that gives meaning to our lives individually, and above all, that explains why things are the way that they are and what is going to happen next. So many people are worried. What is going to happen next? They see disaster, they see collapse, they're worried. Especially children. They can't go to school, they can't play, they can't meet each other as they used to. The workplace is falling apart. All of these signs do not look good for people growing up in the world today. But that flame is with us. That flame is saying, just be with me, just connect. Just take light and take power, and definitely you will find that you become an instrument for change, an agent of transformation. Would you not want to celebrate this Diwali as an instrument of that light, as an agent for bringing sweetness, wisdom, higher consciousness into this world? Every little step that we take with thought, with words, with actions that corresponds to the deeper meaning of Diwali, that actually brings Diwali into this world. You may think, oh, I'm only one person, but Diwali is made of individual lights. Just one light lights up another light, and 2 becomes 4, then 8, and it is an exponential increment, and pretty soon you have a world of enlightened people, and the darkness fades away as the light takes over. So let us take time to be still, to be quiet, to be internalized, to focus on the light that I am, the flame of the soul, and connect with the Supreme Light. Bring power, bring energy, bring sweetness, bring wisdom into yourself, and let it spread all around you.
आइए इस दिवाली संस्कार परिवर्तन का उत्सव मनाएं।